On Osrc News at 7, Governor Aiyedatiwa swears in new High Court judges towards strengthening judicial system. Women groups call for continuing of good governance ahead Ondo governorship poll. Federal government to begin massive rural electrification project for improved power supply. And from the foreign scene, thousands march against university funding cuts across Argentina.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news tonight. My name is Sahid Arabisala. We begin the news tonight with updates within the judiciary, where the Ondo State Governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has sworn in 6 new judges to the State High Court, calling it a vital step in strengthening the judiciary and enhancing justice delivery. This marks the second major judicial swearing-in during Aiyedatiwa's tenure, who praised Chief Judge Justice Segun Odushola for increasing the number of judges to elevate court workloads. The governor reaffirmed his commitment to the rule of law and judicial independence, urging the new judges to perform their duties with diligence and integrity. The newly appointed judges are Adebisi Dalmi, Adiola Adegoroye, Justina Pebi, Happiness Demeyi Ogunbayo, Wumi Fabuluje, and Idowu Ogunwumiju.
That I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And that I will preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Protect and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God.
To the National Judicial Council and Honorable Justice Oluka Obiariwola retired, for permitting and recommending the appointment of these unprecedented number of credible persons during his time as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. The judicial officer is a man of exceptional credentials, such as we have, but he must be an outstanding personality in all conceivable perspectives. He must be soberly disposed to issues and put on the cloak of self-restraint befitting of his exalted seat. It is therefore not surprising that the process that culminated in the appointment of these new judges was replete with rigorous and thorough exercises. It is to ensure that only the fit and proper are saddled with the dispensation of justice, as the fate of the entire citizenry will be placed in your hands. There is no gainsaying the fact that the appointment of these noble personalities marks a significant improvement in the composition of the judges on the bench of Ondo State Judiciary. A major achievement of our administration has been upwardly referred officer to the High Court of Ondo State. Since the coming on board of our administration, we have totally refrained from interfering in the affairs of the judiciary in any manner whatsoever. Our administration is committed to upholding this noble faith, and so far, no order or decision of the court has been or will be disobeyed or flouted in the slightest form by this administration. The independence of the judiciary is a crucial aspect of democratic system.
Sight and sound from the swearing-in ceremony of the new judges to the Ondo State High Court. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has approved the appointment of Mr. Kayode Fashola as the new managing publishers of the Hope titles. Mr. Kayode Fashola, a 53-year-old journalist of 29 years experience, was a special assistant on media to Governor Adebayo Adefarati between 2002 and 2003. Fashola, who began his journalism career at the Hope newspaper in Akure as a reporter in 1996, worked with other media organizations such as The Punch, National Mirror, National Life, The Sun, and Tell magazine. The governor urged Mr. Fashola to deploy his vast knowledge and experience towards revamping the media outfit for optimum performance. Governor Aiyedatiwa thanked the outgoing managing director, Sir Ademola Adetola, for his service and efforts towards the growth of the company. The appointment takes immediate effect. Members of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, RTRAN in Ondo State, have declared their support for Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa ahead of the November 16 gubernatorial election. They expressed satisfaction with his leadership and promised to vote for him. Governor Aiyedatiwa thanked RTRAN members for their endorsement, assuring them they would not betray their trust and would continue to implement policies that improve the lives of Ondo residents. Government House correspondent Waham Bankole completes the report.
Members of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, RTRAN, warmly welcomed Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to their secretariat in Akure, endorsing him as their preferred candidate for the upcoming gubernatorial election. In his address of welcome, RTRAN Chairman Adewale Bolarinwa praised Governor Aiyedatiwa for redefining governance in the state and expressed the association's satisfaction with his leadership, leading to their decision to support him.
Our main objective for gathering and inviting your embassy here today is to inform you of our members' intention across the state to declare our total support for your continuity in office. We need to thank God for your life, and we pray that God will also guide and protect you and your entire family. Amen.
The governor's special advisor on transport, Olugbenga Omole, noted that RTRAN's endorsement is a positive affirmation of Aiyedatiwa's acceptance among the people.
The activities and programs of government that were carefully selected and implemented under the leadership of Mr. Governor in the transport sector in the last 9 months has been life-changing for those of us in the sector.
The special advisor on union matters, Bola Taiwo, urged RTRAN members to mobilize grassroots support for Aiyedatiwa ahead of next month's election.
No, the 16th of November. 16th of November.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa expressed gratitude for the endorsement and promised to uphold their trust while ensuring good governance and security in the state.
We will continue to build new roads and repair the existing ones so that you can have smooth drive anytime you are on the road. And we've also ensured that we provide security for lives and property for our state so that people can go to where they want to go to. They can go about their businesses without fear, so that your own business can also thrive. These are the things we will provide and will continue to provide so that all road transport workers, owners of vehicles can profit in their businesses. So I want to thank all of you for coming, your large number, for giving support to your leadership and for the peace you have also maintained in your various garages and parks.
He also encouraged residents to collect Bankole. Osrc News.
To Dr. Adefesoye Akimpelumi, on behalf of the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health in the state, said the immunization will now take place between 12th to 18th October 2024. He said vaccination team personnel will be at designated sites such as health facilities across the wards in the 18 local government areas of Ondo State, schools, church in the communities. He noted that all the vaccines are safe, free of charge and with no side effect to protection against development of all vaccine-preventable childhood diseases. The federal government has announced that it will commence implementation of the $750 million World Bank-funded Rural Electricity Project in November. Managing Director of the Rural Electrification Agency, Abba Aliyo, in a statement, said the project will provide over 17.5 million Nigerians with new or improved access to electricity through distributed renewable energy solutions. He explained that 3 million anticipated beneficiaries will be connected through the isolated mini-grid, 1.5 million Nigerians through the interconnected mini-grid, and 12 million will be electrified using a merged grid-ended access through renewable energy scale-up projects, then financed by $750 million International Development Association credit, and would leverage over $1 billion of private capital and significant parallel financing from development partners. The Senate has received President Bola Tinubu's letter seeking consideration and passage of the proposed fiscal policy and tax reform bill to align with ongoing financial reforms of the federal government and enhance efficiency in tax compliance. The House of Representatives also received 4 bills forwarded by the President. They include the Nigeria Tax Bill, the Nigeria Tax Administration Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Establishment Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. The President, on October 1, 2024, said some economic stabilization bills will be transmitted to the National Assembly. A Federal High Court in Abuja has issued a ruling that prohibits the Directorate of Road Traffic Services, commonly known as Vehicle Inspection Office, VIO, from stopping vehicles on the road, impounding or confiscating them, and imposing fines on motorists. Delivering a judgment stems from a fundamental rights enforcement suit filed by human rights activist and public interest attorney Abubakar Mashal. Justice Evelyn Maha affirmed Mashal's assertion that there is no legal basis for the VIO and its officials to stop, impound or confiscate vehicles or to levy fines against motorists. We're due to take a break on the news at 7. We'll be back with more stories. Stay with us. Thank you for joining us on the news tonight. You can watch us live on our website at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has congratulated former governor of the state, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, on his 70th birthday celebration. In his goodwill message to Dr. Mimiko, who was the governor between 2009 and 2017, Governor Aiyedatiwa hailed his contributions to the development of the state. Aiyedatiwa said, aside being the longest-serving governor of the state, he is an exceptional leader and a statesman whose contributions to the development of the state, especially in the health sector, remain indelible. The governor prayed for good health and long life as the celebrant keeps playing his part in the development of the state and the nation in general. Special Advisor to Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa on Women Affairs, Seun Osamaye, has called for the cooperation of women ahead of the November governorship election. The governor's aide emphasized that continuity of the current administration would accelerate development that will be beneficial to all residents. Osamaye, who spoke during the Odatiwa Women Initiatives Outreach Program in Irele local government area, promised more recognition for women in the state. Omar Language has details.
This is the 17th local government area the Odatiwa Women Initiatives team has visited as the women are engaged on government policies and programs that are geared towards the betterment of the citizenry. Leader of the team, Seun Osamaye, commended the level of support for the present administration, saying it is yielding positive results. While assuring of the continued government commitment to their welfare, Osamaye wants them to mobilize and vote for Aiyedatiwa in the forthcoming governorship election.
You can see that the acceptability of Mr. Governor across the nooks and crannies of the entire state is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. The governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa, is well accepted, is loved, is treasured by Ondo State women. And with what we've seen so far in all the 17 local governments we've been to, I can assure you that by God's grace, it's going to be 18-0. 18 for Mr. Governor and 0 for his opponent. He's going to win and sweep all the votes across the local governments.
The women lauded Governor Aiyedatiwa for his inclusive governance and implementation of women-friendly policies in the state.
It's very, very inclusive to persons with disability, and I want to tell you, persons with disability in Ondo State and in the local government across the 18 local governments, they will come out and vote because we know he's a man, he's a governor that has passion and that we include persons with disability into his cabinet when he wins the next election.
So a ti rí ìgbà tí ó ti dé ní orí oyè la ti rí ìyàtọ̀ Ondo State pé Ondo State ó ń change sí rere torí ìgbà tó ṣe woman ọjọ́ ìyá tó pè wá ó ṣe wá ó dẹ̀ kẹ́ wa a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé lórúkọ lágbára Ọlọ́run àdúrà bìnrin àgbà lórí ẹ̀.
They called for more engagement with the assurance that the All Progressives Congress will be victorious in the next month's poll. Omoriola Hungiji, Osrc News.
On the crime scene, about 20 suspects have been paraded by Ondo State Security Network Agency, Amoteco, in Accra. Corps Commander Adetunji Adeleye stated that these suspects, among 46 arrested during the week, will be arraigned in court, while the remaining suspects are still under investigation. Adeleye expressed gratitude for his reappointment by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, highlighting the ongoing efforts to enhance security in the state. Omar Language again reports.
About 20 suspects were paraded by Ondo State's Amotekun Security Agency in Akure, including village in Shagari village, stealing food items like bags of rice.
I steal rice. Rice? Yes, and for Shagari estate.
No break shop, have you?
No.
How you steal?
They have that orphanage house. They have the one that remove it out for me.
Orphanage?
Yes.
Oh, now orphanage will go steal?
Yes.
You and your wife?
Now only me that time. Before my wife turned back to my bag, I don't know, she go collect another one.
Among those apprehended was Umar Abubakar, a 27-year-old Fulani suspected kidnapper arrested in Igboba in Owo, who confessed to demanding a 2 million naira ransom before he was captured.
Why happened the kind in the show? Kasake yi one lagun. All he say you
Atore mi lọ síbi tá ti lọ jáwáyà.
Ẹ lọ jáwáyà ilé onílé.
Yes sir.
Síwájú ibi tẹ́ ti lọ jáwáyà, ó ti tó lé bí mélòó tẹ́ ti jáwáyà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀.
Mi ò tẹ̀lé lọ́jọ́ àkọ́kọ́ tí mo máa tẹ̀lé lọ nìyẹn.
Ṣùgbọ́n òun ti máa ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo ti já ṣọ́ọ̀bù rí tẹ́lẹ̀. Mo ti já ṣọ́ọ̀bù rí, mo dẹ̀ ti gbé jẹnẹrétọ̀ rí. Àti tó mẹ́ta. Jẹnẹrétọ̀.
Amotekun Corps Commander Adetunji Adeleye noted that crime is gradually decreasing in the state and emphasized the agency's commitment to ensuring residents feel safe.
The armored rangers
and under review. We were able to rescue 9 kidnapped victims. The notorious portion of Elendeka had been bombarded, and we are glad to say that the Amotekun Rangers had infiltrated the entire forest around Elendeka to guarantee safety of commuters, lives and property of the people of the area.
He advised the public to exercise caution in their business transactions.
May I please sound this note of warning? Please don't buy second-hand products without collecting the original receipt of purchase. Verifiable receipt of purchase. As a result of the downturn of economy, a lot of economic breaches are taking place.
Adeleye expressed gratitude to Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa for his reappointment and credited his success to collaboration with other agencies and community support. Omoriola Hungbiji, Osrc.
The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has alerted its state councils to prepare for serious battle to ensure full implementation of the new wage. NLC President Joe Ajaero made this known at a 2-day supported by Friedrich Ebert Stiftung Fes and the International Labour Organization (ILO). According to NLC, winning the fight for a new minimum wage is not enough, but to ensure it is implemented in full for the benefits of all. He advised workers and other labour leaders to stay focused, stay engaged with a warning that any state, council or official that is found colluding with employers, private or public, to deny workers the full benefits of this act will be appropriately sanctioned. The government of Germany has released an additional regional contribution of 24 million euros to its humanitarian assistance in the Sahel and Lake Chad Basin. Germany, the ambassador of Germany to Nigeria, Annette Gunther, in a statement announcing the donation, said helping people in need and maintaining dignified living conditions is an inherent part of Germany's foreign policy values. Germany has already contributed 20 million euros in bilateral humanitarian assistance to Nigeria in 2024. In addition to that, Germany is now adding 2.15 million euros in bilateral assistance to the Nigerian Humanitarian Fund, totaling 22.15 million euros, and is now boosting the regional flood response with 24 million euros. Sudanese capital, where the army is trying to regain ground long held by rebel forces. The three-city capital has been at the center of a devastating war that broke out between the army and RSF rebels in April last year. The RSF was held on to Khartoum City and Khartoum North for 18 months, with the Sudanese armed forces making gains across the river in Omdurman.
The RSF, an Arab tribal militia turned paramilitary group waging a war against Sudan's army.
It was terrifying. When you have a defense and then it all falls away, what are you meant to?
The other Arabs had already joined their people during the attack.
Cousins and 2 of my brothers were stood up and shot dead. My father would have been killed too if he hadn't fled. We had to bury my brothers in the yard with some dirt and leave them behind.
This time, these guys conquer the army, and then they come for the civilians. If you have a car, they'll take it. They'll take anything in your home. If you have pretty sisters, they'll rape them.
عندك أخوات حلوات اغتصاب.
Tens of thousands of university staff and students in Argentina are protesting against drastic cuts to funding for higher education. The austerity measures are part of President Javier Milei's plans to slash public spending and control inflation. Kemsola Jomo has more.
At universities across Argentina, both staff and students say they are engaged in the battle to save public education, which is free, and generations of Argentinians are proud of it.
These cuts diminish the quality of our education we offer in our public universities, which we've always given, which is recognized around the world.
Some universities say they cannot pay their electricity bills, and staff wages have slumped, leaving many on or below the poverty line. This is the second major